Hello students, today we are going to start our next chapter, ratio and proportion. In this we are first going to talk about ratio. So ratio is the comparison obtained by dividing the first quantity by the other. So it is the comparison of same quantities, of same type of quantities or same kind of same type of quantities obtained by dividing the first by the other. So here let us say that we have two quantities A and B. So the requirement here is they are of same type or kind, we will say. And then if we divide the first with the second, then A over B is called as ratio between A and B, ratio between A and B. So now to read this, it is read as A is to B and written as this, A is to B. Also please remember it has no unit. Since the comparison is between the same type of quantities, then it will have no unit. So please remember this. And here the first term, this A, is called as antecedent, and the second is called as a consequent. And since we are dividing the two quantities, so please remember this B is never 0. So this is the condition also, so B is never equal to 0. So these are all the things. And also this A is to B must be in the lowest term. For example, if I am writing 5 over 20, so then this is not the ratio, because the ratio must be expressed in the lowest term. So this will be equal to, if I am dividing by 5, so it will be 1:4. So this can be written as 1:4. So here both these quantities are in the lowest term, means their HCF is always 1. Nothing is common between them. So this is the way to represent this ratio. Now in this, let us say that we are given in some questions like this. I am taking the first question from your exercise. The question says A is to B is equal to 5:3. So I am taking exercise 7A and I am talking about first question. So question is, if A is to B is equal to 5:3, then we have to find 5A minus 3B over 5A plus 3B. So this A is to be equal to 5:3. So I'm talking about exercise 7A and I'm taking first question. So here this is given, A is to B is equal to 5:3, or we can say that A over B is equal to 5 over 3. So please remember here A is not equal to 5 and B is not equal to 3. Please do not take it in this way. So it does not mean that A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 3. So here we can write this as, here we can say A is equal to 5K and B is equal to 3K, but it is not 5 and 3. Please remember this. So now we have to find the value of this. We have to find 5A minus 3B over 5A plus 3B. So here we can use A is equal to 5K. So 5 multiply 5K minus 3 multiply 3K over 5 multiply 5K plus 3 multiply 3K. So this will be 25K minus 9K over 25K plus 9K. So 25 minus 9 is equal to 16 and 25 plus 9 is 34K. So now this K will get cancelled with this, and now we can divide this with 2. So answer is 8:7. So in this way we can use the ratio. Means if some ratio is given, then we can write them individually as by multiplying with K. So here for example in this we have taken A is equal to 5K and B is equal to 3K. Similarly you can solve some of the more questions from your exercise based on this concept. Now I'm going to take one more question where some quantities increase or decrease. So that will be the note for the next. Let us say that I have some quantity, that is the original quantity, and if this quantity increases by something, and the increased quantity is called as the new quantity. And if I say that the ratio in which this quantity changed or increases is 5:6, so this is original and this is new quantity, means the increase is 1 unit, or 5 from 5 to 6. Then in this type of questions we will use one very important relation, that is the new quantity will be equal to. So here, so or by using the unitary method we can also say that 5 will change by changing to 6, then 1 unit, if it is 1 unit then it will change by 6/5, then means a unit, so a unit will be equal to 6/5 multiply a, like this. So this is the unitary method also can be used, or similarly we can use new quantity will be equal to b over time, b over a multiply the original. So new quantity will be equal to b over a times the original quantity, similar to this. So means 5 since, so in this we will say that the change in quantity or increase is from a to b, then the new quantity will be b over a times by using the unitary method here. So similarly, if I am talking about this, then a is changing to b, then 1 will be b over a, then we can say that the new unit will be b over a times the original. So in this way. So based on this, let us take 1 or 2 questions now. So I'm taking question number 14 from your exercise. So the question says the bus fare between two cities is increased in the ratio 7:9. So the ratio or the change is from 7 to 9. We have to find the increase in the fare if the original fare is 245. So we have to find the increase. So how much will be the new fare? We have to find this, or also we have to find the increased fare. So here in this increased fare is given. So then also we in this part we have to find the original. So now I'm talking about the question number 14th. So in this part the question says the change is 7:9, and in the first part original fare is given, so we have to find the new fare. So new fare will be equal to 9/7 multiply original. So original is given as 245. So now we can divide this. So 7 3s are 21, 35 and 7 5s are. Now 35 multiply 9, 45, 9 3s are 27 and 4 31. So this is the increased fare. This is the increased fare. Similarly, in the second part, it is given as this original. We have to find new quantity is given. So increased fare is given as 207. So that will be equal to 9/7 multiply original. So from here we will get original fare is equal to 207 multiply 7/9. So 9 2s are 18 and 9 3s are, so 23 multiply 7. So this will be 21 and 7 is 14, 59. So 161 rupees is the increased. It was the original fare. So in this way we can calculate the ratios. Now 1 or 2 more parts. So in the note part now I'm taking the types of quantities. So the ratios are of 2 types now. It is commensurable. So in this ratio a over b, both a and b must be integers. Then we will say that the ratio is commensurable. For example, let us say that 2:5. So this is a commensurable ratio, whereas one is called as incommensurable. So here, if any one of these two, a over b, any one of these two is not an integer. For example, let us say that root 2:5. So here root 2 is not an integer, it is a irrational number. So there this type of ratios will be called as a incommensurable ratios, or the ratios which can be expressed in the form of the ratio between the integers are called as the commensurable ratios, and whereas if they cannot be expressed in the ratio between two integers, then they will be called as the non-commensurable quantities. So now next topic is the composition of ratios. So in this composition, first is called as the compound ratio. So compound ratio, it is the product It is the ratio between the product of antecedents to the product of consequents. So let us say that we have two ratios, A is to B and C is to D. Then the compound ratio will be equal to is the ratio between the product of the antecedent and product of the consequent. Means we will multiply the first terms, A multiply C is to B multiply D. So this will be called as a compound ratio. Next is duplicate. So the duplicate ratio means we will square the two ratios. So for A is to B, duplicate ratio is A over B whole square. Means we will square both, that is A square over B square. So we will square, or we will multiply the same quantity with. So we will multiply the twice. We will multiply the given ratio twice, or we can say that A over B multiply A over B. So this is the meaning of duplicate. Similarly, in the case of triplicate, so for A over B, for A is to B, triplicate ratio is cube here. So it will be A cube over B cube. Similarly, subduplicate. So for A over B, root of A over root B. This is subduplicate. And subtriplicate now. Subtriplicate. So this will be for A over B. Subtriplicate ratio is cube root of A over cube root of B. This is the subtriplicate ratio. And now one more, that is the reciprocal. So reciprocal means for A is to B, B is to A, means is a reciprocal ratio. For this, I am taking some question from our next part, that is question number. Let us talk about some questions now. In question number 21, question says find the duplicate ratio of 3:4. So since in the duplicate ratio we have to square, so the duplicate ratio will be equal to square of both, so it will be 9 over 16. In this part we will square this and this, so 3 3s are 9 and 9 3s are 27, so 27 over 2 to the 4 5s are 20, like this. So triplicate means we will cube, so this will be 1 over 3 3s are 9 is to 27. Subduplicate means we have to square root this, so answer will be 3 over 4. In this subtriplicate ratio we have to cube root this, so answer will be 4 is to 3. And the reciprocal ratio 5 is to 8, so reciprocal will be 8 is to 5. Similarly, one question was there, in this we have to find the compound ratio, so we will multiply the first and first. So compound ratio will be 2 multiply 9 multiply 14 over 3 multiply 14 multiply 27. Now this will get cancelled with this. This will be at 3 and this will be at 9. So answer is 2 is to 9. So now I hope that you can complete this exercise. Thank you. Have a nice day.